Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Return of Cyrus. Let's see, did restarting the game fix the UI? No, it didn't. Okay, maybe it's not a UI bug, I don't fucking know. Don't know what the deal is there. Nonetheless, we are hopefully going to improve relations with our liege by putting a slightly better counselor in charge. But we'll see, because right now the game is reporting that he will do basically nothing. Okay, no, never mind. That's fleet levies. I read that wrong. I was about to say, wow, he's getting like nothing from his vassals. But no, that was fleet levies, so never mind. Yeah, if I could just get out from underneath our liege, I could usurp that title. The issue just comes, well, getting out from under him. Oh, good. And we can open the gates. Finally. Liege is upset that I abandoned the commoners. The fuck does he care? Okay, I think I see why. It's because we were in hiding, I guess, that all these people were not going to be capable of doing their jobs. I guess that makes sense. That is my half-brother's wife. How about no? And we have another holy war going on. This one involves my liege. I could choose to join it and get on his good side, at least a little. He is, in theory, already winning it. Is he over? Oh, it's, yeah, okay. It's these guys again. He's trying to take over either that county or the duchy. I'm not 100% sure as to exactly which. But he's still trying to take over basically that territory. We'll see how successful he is. Okay, sorry about that. Had to mute my microphone. I refuse to be your marshal. As you pass by the treasury, you stumble upon Darab digging through the coffers. He must have been quiet as he looks very surprised. So this is where the missing gold is gone. This is my cousin. He has been stealing our gold. He does not deserve the position. Let's have you train troops. I could join my liege, but again, it's just a case of I don't think he's going to succeed in the first place, so I don't really want to be involved in it if I can avoid it. Wonderful. That's not really the person I'm wanting to improve relations with, but it's somebody at least, I guess. He is down there leading an army. Oh yes, also, we're not in hiding, so let's try and sway him. We sort of want to be on his good side so we can ask him to give us land. Okay, again, that's not the guy I want you to improve relations with, game. Maybe it's because he's busy leading an army, and that's why... Okay, this is his crown focus. I think this might actually be his capital. Or his primary title, rather. Because it's generally where you put it. So let's move you just a little bit further south. Maybe you'll be a little bit more successful in improving relations with him there. When does Abandon the Commoners disappear? May 28th of this year, okay. Okay, let's see. Cannot get any retinues yet, but that's fine. They're expensive at first anyway. Liege is doing stuff. He is no longer here. But he is the marshal for this guy. So he's not even going to be back at his capital anyway. Again, hopefully, though, he will still successfully improve relations. Okay, we have a niece. We don't have any sons still. Well, I mean, I guess I could go with my nephew. I mean, technically that works. They're not exactly great, though, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Also, I should probably take over the guardianship of them in the meantime. And I will set my half-brother, if the game will let me, as the default court tutor. We are going to continue hoping that our liege gets a little bit on better terms with us. He has passed, the Ruler of War Declaration Sovereignty Law, so he's now back in control of war declarations. So, okay, build stables or upgrade the barracks. I'd honestly rather upgrade the barracks. He is still upset with us. We're not going to be able to get on his good side particularly easily, from the looks of it. Let us talk strategy. Or, you know, no, let's use our high diplomacy. Well, relatively high diplomacy. It's better than his. Apparently he was not impressed. Oh yes, you're a random person that I had originally wanted to kill, but now I actually don't really give a crap about that. We'll invite him to our place. Don't really care about you anymore, actually, so yeah. We can finally talk in private. And we just decreased relations. God damn it. What the hell happened to you? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this guy. I assume his issue is because he's a tributary. Yeah, I assume that's your problem. Also, you are nomads. I actually have never fought nomads, so I don't actually know how well that works out. Or, well, rather, how that works, so... let's try not to screw it up, I guess. We're not gonna risk it. Would love to search for a smith, but we don't exactly have the money right now anyway. And I'd rather just upgrade my stuff. For more levies. This is currently actually probably the most cost-efficient way for us to improve our levies. Wonderful, improve relations with our liege. Now let's just continue trying to improve relations with him. Did you manage to turn that around, or are you still not doing so hot? I'm inclined to think it looks like you might have turned it around. But we'll hold off a little bit before we officially decide to offer to join the war. You are gonna go and do stewardship. You, yes, have the bonus to diplomacy, but you have literally no diplomacy skill. Of course, even if we offer to join, we're not actually planning to really get involved. I will not be your spy master because then I'm got a decent chance of ending up in somebody's prison. I'd rather not be in somebody's prison. Oh, and he has screwed it up again, apparently. Because he has lost the occupations. Of course. So again, we're staying out of this for now. Oh, good. We've continued to improve relations with him again. I did not mean to open this up. So we have slightly positive relations. Let's just continue to try and improve them. I don't actually know how high you generally need to have your relations to be successful with this, but in general, the higher the better, or at least that's what I would expect. I kind of want to toss you out. I don't know how you're making money, but you apparently are. Okay, the game is claiming that we are... Ah, okay, so because we're trying to sway him, we just get a magical +5 now. Okay. I certainly won't complain about that. Yeah, I kind of want to banish you. But it's only 8 gold, so, I mean, it's not really worth it. If you had more, I would definitely banish you, though. This is one of my random kinsmen. He is not particularly great at anything. He apparently is also suffering from fatigue, which is decreasing his intrigue and diplomacy. So technically his diplomacy should be 5. Or, excuse me, should be 4. And then this would get him up to 5. Yeah, we'll go with that. How are you doing? You still technically have a larger army than me, so we're not going to go to war with you. Although, you do have some territory I would love to take over. Also, slight change of plans, if you don't mind. Go and proselytize over here, because, yeah, these guys are Buddhist. They're not Zoroastrian. Which I think is having a bit of an effect on us. Well, I mean, at least I want to assume that being a different faith is going to decrease some stuff. Wife is pregnant. At least that's normally how this works. I will admit I'm not actually seeing any specific mentions here about it being a different religion affecting us, but again, I assume it does, because that's normally how these things work in Paradox games. If it's a different culture or religion, you tend to get some sort of negative, which is normally you don't get as many troops or as much money or things like that. But the game isn't explicitly telling me that. Let's go ahead and get stables there. Good. Continuing to improve relations with our liege. Guy's on a roll. He's done it 3 times in a row, which is great. My daughter is sick. Let's go ahead and with the flu. Okay. Also, apparently I did not give you a... I thought I did. Apparently not. Okay. We will have you go and do shore etiquette. Has gained widespread reputation. So he is now a renowned physician. Wonderful. We will toss a little bit of money his way, because he did a good job. Ooh, Merv is no longer owned by our liege, so I could take it, which would be wonderful. Because it's on the trade route, although... Is it owned by you? I think it might be, yes. It has to be. Okay, that's my father's second wife, I think that was. Who owns this trade post right now, actually? Is it you, or is it... So the game doesn't tell me. I want to assume it's owned by the sheik here, though. So let's see. Has offered to travel to the Tang Empire on a mission to bring glory to the sheikdom of Guzgan. Please, my lord, as she says, let a humble servant strengthen your relations with the Emperor of the Tang Empire. So she goes on a journey for about a year. Well, no, it is actually a year. Could send my wife instead. Because the Emperor apparently dislikes Mazdan religions, I could just screw this up entirely and send my very old cousin. Let's not do that. We'll go ahead and send our father's... Oh, third wife, actually. Yeah. You can go. We're not going to send our wife because she's currently pregnant, for one. Try not to screw this up. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm apparently vomiting. Wonderful. And okay, he's going to do his best to treat my symptoms. I'm glad I hired him. Okay. you didn't exactly like when I tried to impress you using my diplomacy skills, so let's try using my worse than you, technically speaking, martial skill. I'm no longer vomiting. My dissertation on military matters was very appreciated, it seems. Amir Abdul thanked me for sharing my knowledge with him, remarking that he will treasure what he has learned from me. How could he not? Wonderful. Improved relations. Even further. Yet another daughter. I'll have you become thrifty. Okay, and provoked will disappear before improved relations does, which is great. Because at current levels, that would get us to 56. We add another niece. You can learn struggle, sure. So at current levels, that would get us to 56, which I still don't think is quite good enough to be successful. Asking him for a territory, though, who knows, it might be. Now, I should note, he doesn't actually own anything over here except for, yeah, Sarax here. Looks to be the only thing he actually owns over in this neck of the woods. So if he gives us anything, it might be way out over here somewhere. Which isn't exactly where I would prefer for it to be. I refuse to be your spy master. I'm okay with being your counselor. That's normally not a very risky job. Oh, what's going on here? Ooh, we can get a... Okay, let's see. So, on the eve of return from the Tang Empire, Zoma and I discuss at length a pleasure trip made on a beautiful lake in the magnificent landscape of the Empire. I'd also like to introduce you to someone, she smiles. Or she says, smiling. So this would get us some free grace. And this guy, Yang Yuan, joins our court. Sure. There's no reason for me to decline, if I'm going to be honest here. And nephew has become an elusive shadow. Don't believe that's the best of the intrigue traits, although it's not a bad one necessarily. Now, let's see, are there any good people to marry you off to here? I'm gonna be honest, not really. At least none that blatantly come to mind, though you definitely could use a lot more stewardship. Let's get you that. You're 15, so you're almost. That's good enough. I need you to continue improving relations with my liege. If you don't mind, hurry it up. Because I would love to ask him for a territory, but I'd rather not do it until I know there's a decent chance that he'll actually say yes. Okay, so our capital is basically as good as it'll ever be, at least for right now. Outside of, I guess, building a castle fortification, but there's no reason for me to build those outside of getting some fort level, which isn't that big of a deal for me right now. So do I upgrade the steep stuff in bulk, or do I upgrade the stables to max level in my mana? I think I'm going to go for the stables, but we'll see. We have improved relations with our liege again. Wonderful. We are at 56. So if provoked goes away, we'll now be at 76 at current level. Ooh, what's going on here? Guzgan prospers. Wonderful. It's extra money. What's going on here? So the Jingjun Saima of the Honored Protector General addresses a letter to the Honored Sheik of the Sheikdom of Guzgan. May good health be with you. To strengthen the relationship between our nations, my master has set me on a mission to your demise. It would honor me to visit your court and study your military. Why are we getting this? I've never had this event before. But okay. Sure. These servants of the Protector General are always welcome in my realm. Maybe he'll help us by teaching us some stuff that'll help us. Wow, we are not making a whole lot of money. I think we're making less money than we were before. What the hell happened? Is it because our stewardship is... Yeah, I think it's because our stewardship is lower. Let's talk strategy again, because you liked that last time. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and get that marriage done. After a tour of Guzgan and a fortnight at my court, Xingjuan Saima Yimo's visit has reached its end thanks to the meticulous preparations made by my Iran. Everything went smoothly. He has returned home with new martial knowledge for his master. Well done, and we gained some more grace. After his departure, I was informed about a note in my room attached to a chest. It reads, "To the honored Sheik, I thoroughly enjoyed my stay here at court and wanted to leave you a token of appreciation on behalf of myself and the Emperor. I hope it pleases you." So, I get Tang Calligraphy. And 100 grace. What the hell does Tang Calligraphy do me? City vassal opinion increased and some extra monthly prestige. Okay, that's... nice. So, this painting shows the flow and beauty of Chinese writing, clearly the work of a true master. Even though it's only level 2. Or, is it? Yeah, it's only quality 2. I don't recall how many quality levels there are, but I'm pretty sure 2 is towards the lower end of that spectrum. We got a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, we could even request... Okay, I think there's 3 levels, so... yeah. He's not quite a master, per se. But whatever. So we can go ahead and request a Chinese artifact if we wanted to, or we could request yet another imperial marriage. Why am I able to request another imperial marriage? I thought those were 1,000. Clearly I'm remembering incorrectly then. But I do not yet have a son that I would want to do that with, and I would obviously need to wait. I believe Grace... yeah, Grace stays, I'm pretty sure, with your family. It only disappears if the Empire changes. So long as the Tang manage to maintain control, we will always continue to accumulate grace. Now our liege is nice and happy. If I can just get the improved relations 2 more times... he's inherited somebody's territory. Wonderful. Kind of. I'd be able to request a territory and actually probably succeed in getting it. Our wife is upset again. If I can just get rid of the different religion thing, we could easily move on. Oh, okay, that's why we're making less money. These places were looted. That would make sense. The game's just not actually in any way indicating that they were looted. Because I guess they didn't go very far. I will not be your spy master. I need you to understand that. Also, I need to tell myself not to lead the army. Because that normally doesn't work out well for me. And there's the timer. I mean, I wouldn't mind being on his council. It has its uses. But I just do not wish to be a spy master. I assume you're not actually still making money. Because that would be a little weird for you to continue to make money while in prison. Wife is pregnant again. Wonderful. Yeah, this whole war against this whole group up here, you guys gotta stop it. You're not succeeding. Okay? You haven't succeeded once. Just stop it. You're basically throwing manpower away. But maybe this time we'll succeed. Okay. It's not great. My daughter is also suffering from the flu. Ooh, and he did an excellent job with me. Wonderful. And it looks like he fucked up with our daughter. Has completely botched the treatment of my daughter's disease, is now even worse off than before, barely clinging to life. I'm expected to punish him for his transgression, but what would be a suitable punishment? I mean, he's done a good job overall. It's just a case of he fucked up this time. So we will talk some sense into him. Just this time. Okay, I am feeling better now. So that's wonderful. I'm still hoping we have a son at some point. It occurred to me that my wife is feeling somewhat gloomy as of late. The burden of her unborn child is surely causing some hormonal unbalance that is affecting her mood. I will buy her something nice. Now, just improve relations enough so I can go ahead and get you to switch to being the same faith as me. We're going to go ahead and have you do martial. So that's 45, that's 35. That's 35. Okay. Technically speaking, the Warrior Lodge gets me more stuff, so we'll go for the Warrior Lodge. Okay. Warrior Lodge. This is... Yeah, I'm going a little bit past the timer. What's going on here? Okay, it's some other random person. We are having yet another daughter. Because, of course we are. We can't stop having daughters, apparently. It's actually slightly annoying. Kind of wish we would stop having so many freaking daughters. Okay, I'm going to end this part here. Next part, we will hopefully be able to request a territory from our liege, and we'll hopefully be successful in being granted this territory. Again, the only thing I can think of that he would probably give us, if he does, is probably Cyrus here. Because it's the only thing roughly in my neighborhood, and I want to assume the AI isn't going to try and give you something that's way out in the middle of nowhere. So I want to assume it's not going to try and give me something like over here. But you know what? This is a Paradox game, so maybe it will. It might do that. But I'm hoping it doesn't, because I don't want to have a territory way out on the other side of the Abbasids from where most of my stuff is. At least it gives me Sirach, so I can maybe make my way to try and take over the Emirate of Merv, so that I'd be able to eventually have 2 duchies under me, which would be wonderful. And make it a little bit easier to make my way to becoming the Sultan of Khorasan. But that's still a little ways out. But I'll see you all in the next part. Quick reminder again, this channel is not a part of the YouTube Partner Program, so as it does not make any money. If you enjoy the content of the channel, the easiest and best way to help support the channel so that I can continue to do this is to go and become a patron, which you can find a link to down in the description. If you become a patron at any tier, you get early access to all of my videos. But until next time, a goodbye and farewell.